Hello and welcome to Champion Reviews. I'm Joe, here with me is my co-host Stan.
Hello and greetings.
And please do share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs so we can publish the first chapter of that book. Now, this episode, which is The Spot, is, well... it's got its good points. The good points are that, well, you've got MJ in the first half of the episode is not so bad, but then she sinks to acting like Kirsten Dunst MJ. A little. Not that bad. I mean, that's one of the worst MJs you could have out there. I'm gonna die on that hill. Because, well, MJ's feisty and knows Peter's identity. She's not a witch who turns on Peter at the drop of a hat. And she understands that, well, man's got a job. He has to trail after Spider-Man. Even in those universes where she doesn't know, that's how she should be portrayed. Now, she does know the secret in the comics, and they should have gone with that. And they did her wrong. They did her dirty.
Yeah.
By not portraying her that way. They should have stuck that way for the cartoon. That being said, she's still better portrayed than most female characters in either animated universe.
One good part that I like about this episode is that it concludes this Tony Stark story arc from...
Yeah, because Stark fires Owen at the beginning of the episode because he wants no part in interdimensional travel now because he realized, I nearly screwed up and brought about the end of the world. Yeah, better fix that screw up. No more, we're destroying the technology. Owen steals the... Owen steals the papers and documents he had and walks out to go work for Kingpin in return for, well, the chance to bang the lab assistant who's already working there, who basically leads Owen on because, well, how do I put it? If she was around in the modern day, she'd have an OnlyFans account. I'm just saying. Dr. Lopez is her name. Now, she does grow to like Owen, kind of. So the two die at the end, trying to close the last hole in reality that they created. In the middle of the episode, Owen becomes the Spot, because he falls into the hole, because he's a moron, and releases the spots all over the city, only to close them, except for the big one at the top of the city. Yeah, kind of hard to notice. And, yeah. Now... one of the weak points is the fight between him and Spider-Man because they forget that Spider-Man's invulnerable. So, yeah, he shouldn't even feel Owen's fist. Actually, Owen punching him should actually result in Owen snapping his wrist and maybe his arm like a twig because, well, he has no super strength or invulnerability. He's just a regular guy and actually a feeble guy. He's not in good shape. Hell, he's also short and tiny. And you do get the sense that he's a bit like It's a Gundam in this regard. He's got that complex that some short people have. I'm kidding.
Yes, and with everything that happens, Tony Stark was forced to make a public comment on it saying, no.
I have nothing to do with this mess. Not this time.
I shut this down. Like a week ago.
But it's still hitting his reputation hard. And pushing him out of, pushing him into second place to Fisk Corp. Which is a subplot that does need to be commented upon. Because Fisk is taking full advantage of this to pin it on Stark. Despite his own involvement in it. Now, he's involved in it as Kingpin, not as Wilson Fisk. So that's where Kingpin is actually very sly and got ahead of Spider-Man to an extent. What can be said about this episode? It's pretty... It's got its good points, but it's pretty... meh, I guess. It's a 2. It's way better than any Spider-Man movie we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
But it's a 2. It's good. It's just not bad.
Yeah.
It's just in the middle there.
The first half, I find, is better.
The second half is where it dragged it down. It probably could have been a 3 or a 4, but got dragged down by the second half.
So, I'm going to agree with a 2.
Yeah, seems fair. Don't forget to comment and like. Tell us what you think of the episode. And share the video and like and subscribe actually, because if you haven't already, because we're trying to get to 1,000 subs, and once we do, we'll publish a dark fantasy horror novel's first chapter. So yeah, press the magic red button to keep track of our channel.